Hello, welcome to Go Beyond Betty. Today we're going to be making beef and barley soup. Episode 4, final episode in our pot roast series. So if you have not followed me along the way, let me just give you a fast recap of what we did. Day 1, we got 2 pot roasts. You could get 3, however many you want. We ended up cutting one of them up into small cubes, which is what I have here today. The rest of it, we made the pot roast with a ton of liquid in there.
Sweet baby Jesus. Look at that deliciousness.
So we had a pot roast meal. You can click this up here and watch that one. Then the next day we were able to shred the leftover pot roast and look up here, pot roast tacos, my personal favorite. Then we used a lot of the liquid, probably 70% of the liquid, and we made French onion soup. And then today is not my favorite, but it's my favorite because it's the laziest one. And you know me, I love to eat, I like to cook, but I also like to not cook. So today it's full dump dinner. It's like you are doing all the work and cooking, but you're not cooking or doing anything. It's a cooking, not cooking night. My favorite. So we're gonna start off in our Instapot. You can use any kind of Instapot, but you could easily just use the stove. It's just gonna take you a little bit longer. I always tend to use the meat setting. It is the hottest setting. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of, this is avocado oil. You can use any kind of neutral oil. Just a little bit in the bottom. If you wanna spend some time browning all the sides, knock yourself out. I don't, it's sweatshirt season. It's soup season, we're dumping it. So I already pre-cut these the day that I cut the pot roast. I packed them in here really tight. They're bite-sized pieces, okay? Plop them in there. That's gonna start sizzling in a minute. I am gonna season this with a little bit of salt, not with my dirty finger, don't worry. Good amount, not a ton. And we're gonna worry about seasoning all of it afterwards. So the next thing I need, this is what was left over from all the pot roast. If you could see the separation, can you see it, Tommy?
Yep.
So the bottom is ground up carrots, onions, and celery. Everything that you would be putting in your beef and barley soup. Did I even say I'm making beef and barley soup?
Nope.
Today we're gonna be making beef and barley soup. So this is the leftover liquid. This is everything that you would chop up and put in there anyways, but we're not chopping it up and putting it. It's already in here. Again, this is dump soup today. So the meat is in there. I'm gonna pour all this in. Nice little orange carrot layer of orange fat. And the last thing I'm putting in there is some barley. So this one is from Korea. You can find this in most international markets, but any grocery store will have barley. This one I found from Peru. They're all about the same. I've noticed the kernels on this, the Korean one was just a little bit smaller than the Peruvian one. Doesn't matter. It's all about the same stuff. So you want to add maybe a cup or so because we're taking whisks in the kitchen. We're dumping. We're not worrying about all this stuff. So in it goes. That was probably like 3/4 of a cup. I don't want to open another package. I just want to dump it and let it go. So I'm going to set this for about 30 minutes. At 30 minutes, we'll release the pressure and then we'll worry about salt. So this already had a good amount of salt in it because it's beef broth. The meat has salt in it, so we're just gonna have to adjust the seasoning a little bit, but that is it. Dinner is gonna be done. And we did basically nothing because we did everything ahead of time. So we'll see you back in about 30 minutes for seasoning. It is all done. We released the pressure after 30 minutes, tasted it, and I was shocked. We're not doing anything to it. It is delicious. So I seasoned the beef, but the broth was already pretty salty because it was already beef broth and it was already from the seasoned pot roast. So that's really all it needed. I will say I like the pressure cooker better. If you notice how brothy this is, that's what makes the soup so delicious. I find that when I do it on the stovetop, it evaporates too much and then it gets kind of glumpy. Is glumpy a word? I don't know. Gloopy?
Challenge.
The other thing I've noticed on the next day, same thing, that barley is going to continue to absorb moisture. Which, just like any soup, like chicken noodle soup, those noodles just keep absorbing moisture, and then the next day you're left with really not a soup. It's like a giant pot of noodly stuff. So it's always best, I think, the night of, but it is delicious. The meat is super tender, even just with 30 minutes on the pressure cooker. The barley's cooked. You have all the flavor of the carrots, onions, celery. It's just dissolved in there. So you're not having hunks of them, but they're in there, and you did nothing. That is the best part. Dump, done. And praise all around because that's pretty awesome. Who can do nothing and still come up with a delicious meal? You can. That's who. So thank you for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking whisks in the kitchen. You're amazing. Keep it up. We'll see you next time. Bye.
What should people remember to do?
Dang it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. comment.
You barley
If you
remember.
found this video helpful, don't forget to boop the like button down below. That's it.
Go.
Oh.